Hi, everyone. Welcome back to English Podcast Every Day. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. It's great to see you again, guys.
Jack, today we have a very special topic. It is a little bit deep and maybe a little bit sad, but it is very real.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Today, we are talking about loneliness.
Exactly. Specifically, we want to ask, why do we feel so alone?
You know, Emma, this is actually funny. Well, not ha-ha funny, but strange.
What do you mean?
Look at us. We have smartphones, we have high-speed internet, we have Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp. We are connected 24/7. So why do we feel lonely?
That is the big question, right? It's a paradox.
A paradox? Can you explain that for our listeners?
Sure. A paradox is a situation that seems impossible. For example, I have 5,000 friends on Facebook, but on a Friday night, I am sitting on my sofa watching Netflix, alone.
That hits hard. I think many people feel that. We see numbers on a screen, likes, comments, followers, and we think, oh, I am popular. But in reality?
In reality, we are just looking at a screen. You know, Jack, yesterday something happened to me.
What happened?
I had some good news about my job. I wanted to celebrate. I opened my contacts list on my phone. I scrolled down and down.
And you didn't know who to call?
Exactly. I have hundreds of names, but I felt like I couldn't call anyone. I didn't want to bother them. I thought everyone is busy. So I just posted a story on Instagram instead.
Wow, that is a perfect example. You chose a digital connection instead of a real connection.
Yes, and I got many emojis. Fire emojis, heart emojis. But nobody called me to say, hey, Emma, let's go out for coffee.
This is the problem with modern life, I think. We confuse attention with connection.
Ooh, I like that sentence. We confuse attention with connection. Can you open that up a bit?
Sure. Attention is when someone likes your photo. It takes 1 second. Connection is when someone listens to you. It takes time. It takes energy.
And to be honest, Jack, sometimes I feel lazy. Real connection is hard work. Texting is easy.
That's true. It is easier to send a text message than to meet someone face to face. But the result is loneliness. We are socially hungry.
Socially hungry. Like we eat junk food interactions, but we need a healthy meal.
Exactly. We are snacking on text messages, but we are starving for real conversation.
So we agree on the problem. We are the most connected generation in history, but also the loneliest.
Sadly, yes. But Emma, this didn't happen overnight. There are reasons for this. Deep reasons.
You are right. It's not just about phones. It's about our lifestyle, too.
Shall we talk about the root causes? Why is our modern life making us lonely?
Let's dive into that in the next section. Stay with us, guys.
Okay, so we know technology is one part of the problem. But Emma, I think the speed of our lives is a bigger problem.
Speed? What do you mean?
Think about it. When you ask someone, "How are you?" what is the most common answer?
Usually they say, I'm good, but I'm so busy.
Exactly. Busy. Everyone is busy. We wear busyness like a badge of honor.
Oh, I do that too. Sometimes if I am not busy, I feel guilty. I feel like I am lazy.
Right. And because we are so busy,
We schedule our friends like business meetings.
That is so true. Last week, I tried to meet my friend Sarah. I texted her, "Let's get coffee." She said, "I am free in 3 weeks on Tuesday at 4 p.m.
3 weeks? Just for a coffee?
Yes, and by the time that Tuesday comes, maybe I am tired or she is tired, so we cancel.
And that cycle repeats. We want to see friends, but our calendars are full. We prioritize work, gym, errands, and friendship comes last.
So, reason number 1 is time and priorities. We don't make time for people. What else?
Reason number 2, mobility.
Mobility? Like moving around? That sounds nice. But today, we move a lot.
Exactly. I moved to this city 5 years ago for my job. I left my childhood friends behind. Many people move for university, for new jobs, or for love.
And when you move to a big city, it is scary. There are millions of people, but you don't know anyone.
It's the crowded loneliness. You are on a subway with 500 people, touching shoulders, but you are completely alone.
It takes a long time to build new friendships. And because we are adults, it is awkward. You can't just go to someone at a park and say, "Do you want to play?" like a kid.
I wish we could. Hey, I like your shoes. Let's be best friends.
If only it were that simple. So we have busyness and moving away. Is there a third reason?
I think so. It is about small talk.
Ugh, I hate small talk. Nice weather today. How about that sports game?
It serves a purpose, but we get stuck there. We are afraid to be vulnerable.
Vulnerable. That is a strong word. What does it mean in this context?
To be vulnerable means to show your true feelings. To say, actually, I am sad today, or I am scared about my future.
We don't do that often. We put on a mask. Everything is perfect.
And when we only have surface-level conversations, we don't feel connected. You can talk to someone for 2 hours, but if you only talk about the weather and movies...
You still feel empty afterwards.
Precisely. Deep connection requires deep conversation, and we are losing that skill.
So, to summarize this part, we are too busy. We live far away from our families. And we are afraid to have deep conversations.
It sounds a bit depressing when you list it like that.
Maybe, but understanding the problem is the first step to fixing it, right?
Absolutely. But wait, Emma. There is a difference between being alone and feeling lonely.
Oh, that is a very important distinction. Solitude versus loneliness.
Let's talk about that next. Because being alone isn't always a bad thing. So, Emma, before the break, I mentioned a big difference. The difference between loneliness and solitude.
To be honest, Jack, I often use these words as synonyms. Are they different?
Very different. Think of it like this. Loneliness is when you are alone and you feel sad. You feel like something is missing. It is a pain.
Okay, so loneliness is negative.
Yes, but solitude is when you are alone and you feel happy. You are peaceful. You are enjoying your own company.
Ah, I see. So loneliness is, I have to be alone. Solitude is, I choose to be alone.
Exactly. By choice is the key phrase here.
Can you give me an example from your life?
Sure. Imagine Sunday morning. I wake up early. The house is quiet. I make a cup of coffee. I sit by the window, and I just look outside. No phone, no talking,
just me.
That sounds lovely.
That is solitude. I am recharging my battery. I don't feel lonely. I feel full.
But if you were sitting there, waiting for a friend to call, and nobody called, that would be loneliness.
Bingo! It is the same situation, sitting alone, but the feeling is completely opposite.
You know, I think many people are afraid of solitude
Why do you say that?
because when we are alone, we start thinking, and sometimes our thoughts are scary. We start worrying about life, about money, about the future.
So we try to escape from ourselves.
Yes, if I am alone in an elevator for 30 seconds, I pull out my phone. I can't just stand there and be with myself.
That is a huge problem. If you cannot be happy with yourself, it is very hard to be happy with other people.
That is a powerful sentence. If you can't be happy with yourself, you can't be happy with others.
Think about going to a restaurant alone. What do you think when you see someone eating alone at a restaurant?
Honestly, before I used to think, oh, poor guy, he has no friends.
See, that is our society's judgment. But maybe that guy is having the best meal of his life. He is enjoying the food, he is relaxed, he is in solitude, not loneliness.
I actually tried that last month. I went to the cinema alone.
Really? How was it?
At first, I was nervous. I thought everyone was looking at me. But after 5 minutes, it was amazing. I ate all the popcorn myself. I didn't have to share.
The best part.
That's seriously. I felt strong. I realized I don't need another person to have a good time.
That is the secret, Emma. When you learn to love solitude, you stop being desperate for attention. And ironically, that makes people want to be around you more.
Because you are not needy.
Exactly. But there is one thing that is destroying our ability to enjoy solitude. It steals our attention every second.
Let me guess. Is it the rectangular device in our pockets?
You guessed it. Technology. It promises connection, but it kills solitude.
Let's talk about that in the next part. How our screens are building a wall between us.
Sorry, Jack. I just checked my Instagram. I saw pictures of a party my other friends are at right now. And suddenly, I feel lonely.
That's it. That is the FOMO effect.
FOMO? Can you explain that for our learners?
Sure. It stands for fear of missing out. It's the feeling that everyone is having more fun than you, and you are not there.
Exactly. Before I looked at my phone, I was happy here with you. But now I feel like I am missing something better.
This is what technology does. It creates a perfection filter. We see the best 1% of everyone's life. We don't see their boring moments, their sad moments, or their loneliness.
So we compare our behind the scenes with their highlight reel.
Wow, what a great way to say it. We compare our real life with their fake, perfect life on screen. And this makes us feel alone because we think, why is my life so normal and quiet?
And there is another thing, Jack. We use our phones as a shield.
A shield? Like in a movie.
Yes, think about being at a party. You don't know anyone, you feel a little shy. What do?
I usually take out my phone and pretend to be busy. I check emails or scroll through TikTok.
Exactly, because the phone is safe. But when you look at your phone, you are sending a signal to the world. Don't talk to me, I am busy.
So the thing we use to connect with people is actually the thing that stops us from meeting new people in real life.
Precisely. We are losing the art of eye contact. Have you noticed? In coffee shops, everyone is looking down. In the park, everyone is looking down.
It's like we're all in our own little digital bubbles. We are physically together, but mentally miles apart.
I remember a dinner I had last week. There were 4 of us. At one point, everyone was on their phone. It was completely silent.
That is so sad. Why even go out together?
We wanted the photo of the dinner, but we didn't want the conversation of the dinner. We wanted to show people we are social, but we weren't actually being social.
This is what I call digital loneliness. We are surrounded by data, but we are empty of real human touch. No emoji can replace a real hug or a real laugh.
You're right. A heart emoji is nice, but it's just a pixel. It doesn't have a heartbeat.
So, Emma, we have a big problem. Our lifestyle, our speed, and our technology are making us lonely. Are we stuck like this forever?
Of course not. There are ways to break this cycle. In the next part, let's give our listeners some real, practical tips to find connection again.
I'm ready. Let's talk about the solutions.
Okay, Emma. We talked about the problems. Now, let's be positive. How do we stop feeling so lonely?
I have a first tip, and it's a bit hard. Put down the phone.
Simple, but difficult. How do we start?
Start small. When you go to a cafe or wait for a bus, don't look at your phone for 10 minutes. Just look around. Be available for the world. If you look busy, nobody will talk to you.
I love that. Be available. My tip is prioritize real time over digital time.
What does that mean exactly?
Instead of sending a long text to a friend, call them. Or better, say, "Hey, I'm coming over for 15 minutes." Don't wait for a perfect 3-hour window. Short, frequent visits are better than one big meeting every 6 months.
That's true. Small moments build strong bridges. Another tip is find a community.
Like a hobby club.
Yes! Join a book club, a running group, or a language exchange meeting. When you have a shared goal, it is much easier to make friends. You don't have to think of what to say. You just talk about the hobby.
That is so much easier than small talk. And my final tip, be brave and be first.
Be first?
Yes, everyone is waiting for someone else to call. Everyone is waiting for an invitation. If you feel lonely, probably your friends feel lonely too. Be the person who says, "I missed you. Let's meet." Don't wait.
I love that. It's about taking control. We are not victims of loneliness. We can choose connection. We covered a lot today, guys. We talked about the paradox of technology, the difference between solitude and loneliness, and how to build real connections.
Remember, feeling alone is a human experience. It's okay to feel this way. It's like a hunger signal from your soul saying, "I need people."
Exactly. So don't be ashamed of it. Instead, use that feeling to reach out to someone today. Even a simple "How are you?" can change someone's day. And yours too.
Thank you so much for watching and listening to English Podcast Every Day. We hope this conversation helps you feel a little less alone.
What about you? Why do you think people feel lonely today? And what is your favorite way to connect with others? Write it in the comments. We read all of them.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more English practice.
See you in the next episode. Bye.
Take care of yourselves, guys. Bye.